Begin our look at sports on the NFL gridiron, where the New York Jets are making back cover of the newspaper headlines the last few weeks. News this morning from Jets camp that wide receiver Brandon Marshall is the latest gangrene cut. It's not clear yet whether Marshall asked for his release so he could play for a winner, or if the Jets felt it was time to continue the roster purge. The team severed ties with several notable veterans in the recent days, including Darrelle Revis, Nick Mangold, and now Marshall. If you're crunching the numbers at home, folks, the Jets have cleared $46 million in cap space. This puts them about $33 million under the salary cap. Still, all told, that's 20 Pro Bowls out the door for the Jets. Revis and Mangold, in my opinion, are Jets all-time greats and deserving of some serious Hall of Fame consideration when their careers are done. Revis has played 8 of his 10 seasons with gangrene. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, which is tied for the second most among defensive players the last 10 years. I was wrong about Revis this season. It seems like his best days, sadly, are behind him. Mangold is also a 7-time Pro Bowler. He learned he got cut by the Jets while at Disney World. He turned his fate into a meme using a photo from Splash Mountain to showcase his plunge into free agency. He was a cool dude when he was in the locker room. Great player for the Jets. On the ice, the playoff push has begun for the locals. The New York Rangers were in action on Thursday night, and the king was Sterling in goal. The netminder Henrik Lundqvist made 32 saves on his 35th birthday as the Broadway Blue Shirts skated past the Boston Bruins 2-1. Up next for the Rangers is Montreal on Saturday at the Garden. The Blue Shirts are 41-21-2 and looking more and more like serious cup contenders every day. The New Jersey Devils fell 1-0 to Washington Thursday night. The Devils will now face the Bruins on Saturday. The Devils are hovering around 500 at 25, 26, and 12. The New York Islanders are in a tough spot too with a 30, 22, and 10 record, but Ryan Strome had a goal and 2 assists to rally the Isles Thursday night in a 5-4 victory over the Dallas Stars. The Islanders scored 4 straight in the win. They have Chicago tonight on the road. The Isles will then travel to Calgary on Sunday. To spring training baseball, where the Yankees and Mets are now in full swing. This early highlight of the spring the past week included a behemoth home run from second-year slugger Aaron Judge down in the Bronx Bomber camp, and some more prodigious power from Yoenis Cespedes and Mets camp. Former Heisman winner NFL quarterback Tim Tebow also arrived at spring training as he continues his pursuit of the Major League Baseball dream out at Mets camp. Of more importance, though, for Mets fans, Mets captain David Wright, now 34, faced another setback in his return. The third baseman, struggling to salvage his career after various back and neck injuries, has a shoulder impingement. He will likely not be ready for opening day. The Mets defeated Miami 11-6 in spring training Thursday. The Yankees topped the Orioles 8-1 down in Florida. College basketball postseason play. Conference tournaments, they are upon us. The ACC tourney will hit the Barclays Center in Brooklyn next week, and our BronxNet cameras will be front and center for some of the best teams in the nation. The ACC winner could very well likely be the national champion when it's all said and done. The record for NCAA tournament bids for one league is 11, set by the Big East 6 years ago. The ACC could get 11 or 12 this year. No joke. With the calendar turning to March, that also means that MLS soccer is back in the fold. New York City Football Club will face Orlando in the opener Sunday on the road. The Red Bulls will have Atlanta United in their opener on March 5th. On the NBA hardwood, the New York Knicks are 25-36, but have been able to string together some wins of late. They'll face Philadelphia tonight on the road. The Knicks are coming off a 101-90 win against Orlando on Wednesday night. The team has started to use some more triangle offense. Their chances of making the postseason are pretty slim, but they have 20 games to make one last push. The Nets got a rare victory on Wednesday night. They topped Sacramento 109-100. The win snapped a 16-game slide for Brooklyn. Net star Brook Lopez had 24 points and 8 rebounds. UFC 209 goes down Saturday night in Las Vegas. UFC welterweight champion Tyrone Woodley and Stephen Thompson will rematch. When the two first met at UFC 205 on November 12th, the result was just the second draw in modern UFC title fight history. It should be a great fight. The card also includes Khabib and Ferguson in the nightcap. And from NASCAR, Kurt Busch won his first Daytona 500 on Sunday, prevailing with a last lap pass on an afternoon that was more survival of the fittest than a contest of the fastest. NASCAR's biggest showpiece and its season opening event was marred in crashes, including a 17-car wreck that took out several notables, but Busch survived to earn the glory of winning the Daytona 500. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for 2 basketball thoughts on this Friday morning that should get some pub. Well, this is not the traditional C-list in the sense that I'm talking about one subject for the length of this commentary rant. Instead, I decided to make two NBA-related points this morning as we head into our sports weekend. The first, OKC's Russell Westbrook is having a season of epic proportions. And to this point, it's not a one-week thing. He's had 30 triple-doubles in 60 games and is on his way to being the first NBA player since the Big O, Oscar Robertson, to average a triple-double since the 1961-62 season. Now, although the Big O didn't win the MVP that year, I think Westbrook deserves it this year. He's established himself as arguably the best player in the NBA, and when he secures a triple-double, the Thunder win. The team's record is very reflective of that. Russell has also done this without Kevin Durant, who, of course, is now the bad guy on the great team in Golden State. He signed there this offseason. KD suffered an injury this past week, and now the Warriors look vulnerable. Chicago bested Golden State 94-87 Thursday night, and the Splash Brothers, minus the ailing Durant, looked like they did last year in the NBA Finals, which was hot and cold. KD should be back for the postseason, but the teams out west now have a shot at Golden State and OKC, and to me, the NBA MVP are also in that equation. Chime in on social media. Let us know what you think. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.